What is going on, you guys? It is another episode of the Sci-Fly Zone where the multiverse meets the seventh inning stretch. It's your boys Trenton and CJ, and today's destination is taking us to the World Baseball Classic. Man, what a World Baseball Classic this has been so far. So many records have been broken, and we're going to highlight some of the best individual performances in the games, overall performances throughout the World Baseball Classic by individual players, and also just what some teams have accomplished so far and where we are currently at within the tournament, which is the quarterfinals. So stay tuned for all that. CJ, what do you think?
I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. The World Baseball Classic has easily become one of my favorite tournaments, one of my favorite times of the baseball season within the last couple of years. I mean, 2023 was historic. Obviously, the ending with Team Japan and Team USA, Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, like storybook written script, literally. And we're getting some similar things to that this year. Like, it seems like every time the WBC just always shows up, and it's always an exciting tournament. And for some fans, it's the most important time of baseball. The fans that don't really get to watch a lot of MLB, the fans that aren't really represented by a lot of MLB teams, this is what matters to them, you know? So, like, it's just such an exciting time. I love seeing the enjoyment of the tournament from not only the fans, but also the players themselves.
Except for Bryce Harper, of course.
Obviously, the WBC has been great, but it's not the Olympics, right?
Yeah, except there's several guys on Team USA you can talk about. Yeah. Sorry, it's not the Olympics, Bryce.
Yeah. It's just the World Baseball Classic. My bad. But yeah, no. Team USA is kind of cocky when it comes to the World Baseball Classic, but I don't know if you've watched the Dominican Republic lately or Team Italy lately, but there's a lot of talent around the world, not just in America. So guys, step it up a little bit.
Yeah, it is not a guaranteed win. You guys almost didn't even make the quarterfinals. So let's get serious about this. You know, this stuff matters.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you want to talk about Mark DeRosa real quick?
Yeah, we should.
You got 9 bodies ready to roll today, I would imagine.
Absolutely. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to get some guys off their feet. No question about it. I'd like to get Goldie a start. And, you know, he has been awesome. Just a leader of men behind the scenes with Aaron Judge. I'd like to get him in there. I'd like to get Gunnar in there again. Ton of respect for Italy. It's weird. We want to win. We want to win this game, even though our tickets punched to the quarterfinals, because Mexico plays Italy actually tomorrow. So the way the schedule lines up, this is an important game for us. Nolan McLean will start. He's on the bump and he's good to go.
Mark DeRosa thinking that they guaranteed themselves a quarterfinal position, and so he put out a lineup that he otherwise definitely would not have put out. He had Will Smith hitting 5th, Cal Raleigh was sitting, Paul Goldschmidt was starting against a righty. He was the 3rd worst righty last year. He had Kershaw warming up in the 8th, down by 3 runs. I'm pretty sure that was the moment that he realized, oh shit, we could get knocked out, because he sat down Clayton Kershaw and he warmed up Mason Miller instead. It never should have even gotten to that point in the first place. Just a huge blunder, huge mistake. I don't know how Mark DeRosa is going to really recover from this, man.
He's probably not going to be managing stuff anytime soon. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if he is not a part of, or at least not the manager next time this comes around.
Yeah. One guy I want to talk about, Luis Arias, is having the World Baseball Classic of his freaking life. I mean, he's batting .500 with 2 homers, 9 RBIs, and a 1.743 OPS. Luis Arias. He's got 7 hits, 4 doubles, and 2 homers in 4 games. And what's crazy is, despite Luis Arias being one of MLB's most polarized contact hitters relative to power numbers, hit Venezuela's 2nd ever multi-homer game in the nation's history during this World Baseball Classic, making Arias the only player in World Baseball Classic history to hit 2 or more multi-homer games at the World Baseball Classic. He only has 4 career World Baseball Classic homers, and both of them are multi-homer games. Just wild stuff.
It really is wild. If you were to tell me that Luis Arias would have been one of the best power hitters of this tournament, I would have said, stop lying to me.
Liar!
I would ask you why you're lying to me, because that's not Luis Arias' game at all. When was the last time we've seen Luis Arias have a multi-homer game in the MLB? But like, when it comes to the WBC, he just shows up. I mean, he was great for them in 2023 as well. He's just one of those guys that, like, when he's playing for his country and his pride, like he just steps it up even more. And you can tell how much it means to him and how much it means to Team Venezuela in general with how hard he's been playing, like kind of in a way carrying that offense. He's got 9 RBIs for them. Like if you're driving in 9 runs in 4 games, you're one of the best players in the tournament.
Yeah, and another guy that's done that, Shohei Ohtani, is also having a pretty good World Baseball Classic. I don't know if you looked at his OPS, but he has a 2.025 OPS as of right now.
Yeah, he is messing this tournament up, man. He's flipping it on its head. It's unbelievable to see what he's doing. I mean, he's, at what point do we stop being surprised? Like, he's the best player in the world. He's doing the best things. It's really unbelievable. He's hitting 500. He has 2 homers in 3 games played. He really is just, it's unbelievable seeing what he's doing. And I would say that he's carrying this Team Japan if the rest of Team Japan wasn't also really, really good. But the rest of Team Japan is really good. There's a reason they're 4-0, But I mean, Shohei, he is the captain for that team, and he is, I imagine he's going to be showing up for Team Japan many more times in the future.
Yeah, 100%. And just under a week ago, on March 7th, down 3-1 in the bottom of the 9th, Ozzie Albies hit the first walk-off home run in World Baseball Classic history, which, if Ozzie hadn't done it, then Puerto Rico's Darryl Hernandez would have taken the crown for the first walk-off homer with the 10th inning, marking the first time in the World Baseball Classic history that there have been 2 separate walk-offs in any capacity on the same day. And they both happened to be home runs, which had never happened ever in history until March 7th. Just insanity.
It's absolutely insane. Like you mentioned at the start of this video, records are being broken. And I mean, this is one of the coolest records to be broken, honestly. Walk-off homers in the WBC, like Hernandez, he hit the walk-off home run for Team Puerto Rico in Puerto Rico. So for the fans to be able to see that in person, it's just absolutely incredible. It's what makes you love the game so much, like these moments like this, history-making moments that mean so much, not only for the game, but also for individual players and for their countries as a whole. It's so exciting and it's so cool to see. I love it.
Yeah, for it to be in Puerto Rico it's just amazing.
It's another one of those like things that, is baseball scripted? Maybe it is. Maybe this moment was scripted. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's coming out of a storybook. And
100%.
Yeah, and another example of history being made here, Vinny Pasquantino in Italy's most recent game versus Mexico. 9-1 victory. He made history by being the first player in World Baseball Classic history to hit 3 homers in a single game. Everyone is just showing up and showing out this classic. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable. I was so happy for Vinny when this happened because he was 0 for 12 going into this game. He had not had a hit in this game. He was still hitting 4th for them, but he had a 0 batting average. So, these teams have like little traditions when they hit homers or like celebrations, things like that. Team Italy, Italian, they have an espresso machine in the dugout. And every time a player hits a home run, guy comes back to the dugout, they hand him an espresso shot, and that's their celebration. And the guy who's been doing that for them, handing out the shots to the players, has been Vinny Pasquantino. He's been 0 for 12. He's been the guy celebrating, congratulating these guys for hitting their home runs. Then he gets 3 espresso shots himself in one game, making history. So cool to see. I love it. All of them just like towering shots down the right field corner. He really showed up for them when it mattered, clinching the quarterfinal spot for them.
Yeah, insane stuff. 3 homers after going 0 for 12. I don't know what woke up in him that day, but I'm glad it worked because that guy needed it. 0 for 12, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think he went to sleep that night because he had a lot of caffeine in his body.
Yeah, either that or he just crashed.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I hope so. He deserves some rest.
Yeah. Are there any other players that you would like to highlight before I go into some roster moves that have happened for Team USA, CJ?
Actually, yes. There is a guy on Team Korea. He is kind of carrying this offense.
Are you talking about Big Boy Bo?
Bo Jung-moon, absolutely, yes. Bo Jung-moon is hitting .538 with a 1.779 OPS and 2 homers with 11 RBIs, leading the tournament in RBIs. Just absolutely incredible. I admittedly have not heard of this guy before. I know a little bit about Japanese baseball. I don't follow the KPB, but this guy is absolutely making a name for himself in this tournament. Just putting this Team Korea on his back. They went 2-2 in this tournament. He's a huge reason for those 2 wins, and he's a big reason why they're going to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, he has the highest on base percentage in the entire classic besides Ohtani.
Yeah, man. Like that's it's insane. Right when you're right behind Otani in anything, you're doing something right.
Yeah. Although I feel like there's going to be a lot of behind Otanis in this video.
That's good. That's fair. Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of people ahead of Otani.
No. But Team USA kicked 3 people off the roster and brought 3 new individuals on. They got rid of Tarek Skubal, Michael Waka, and Ryan Yarbrough, and they brought in Tigers pitcher Will Vest, Blue Jays pitcher Tyler Rogers, and Yankees pitcher Tim Hill. So, I mean, yeah, they'll do. They can get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Will Vest especially is a great pickup. He was really good for the Tigers in the bullpen last year. Probably one of the best relievers in the game. You know, it's sad to see Tarek Skubal go, but you could tell he wanted to go. You know, he wasn't going to be pitching anymore. He did a lot of talking about why he left and just saying that, like, he tried, but it didn't work out. Some fans believe him. Some fans don't really think that. A lot of people are thinking maybe he just thought it was going to be like a chill all-star game vibe. And that's not what it was. He saw how serious teams are taking this and just decided to go back to spring training, which is respectable. Obviously, the season's coming up, but like, I mean, it's a little disappointing the way that he goes out.
Yeah, me personally, I obviously can't fully comprehend what a 162 game season can do. I mean, granted, he's a starting pitcher, so he only has to go every 4 or 5 days. So, you know, he doesn't have to quite endure as much as like a position player does. But if I was a pitcher, like if I was in Tarek Skubal's shoes, I would want to kind of take that momentum from World Baseball Classic into the regular season and be like, guys, look at all this passion and energy for winning. I felt that. And I want you guys to like feel what I'm feeling and like really go for it this year like I'm going for it. That would be some really good leadership opportunities.
Yeah, man, I think that would be great. He is the leader of that clubhouse. He's the best player on that team. He's one of the best pitchers in the world. So like for him, if he were able to have that experience and take that away from the tournament and bring that back to the Tigers, like that competitiveness and that drive and hunger for success, that could be huge for that team. Granted, I know how injuries can go for pitchers. You really don't know if it's just going to come out of nowhere. So, yeah.
Yeah. Are you referring to Edwin?
Yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Yeah. No, I get it. But, like, there's a pitch limit. He, like, whatever. He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to play. You can't force him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But Team USA suffered their first loss to Team Italy. And one thing that was interesting is that there was a home run hit in this game by one of Team Italy's players, Jacques Caglione. And what makes this home run interesting is Topps, the trading card company, thought, hey, let's make this moment into a card and let's put "forget about it" on the card. And get it? Because he's Italian. One small issue though. Whose flag is that? Because that's not Italy's flag. Somehow, Topps put the incorrect flag on a Team Italy card. I mean, how do you think Nona feels knowing that you wanted to profit off a moment so badly that you guys couldn't even take the time to get the man's proper flag on the card? Boo!
Yes, boo this man.
Boo this man!
Just such a super avoidable error. Like they really just tried to crank that card out as quickly as possible. They were like, okay, what are the 3 colors on their flag? They have white, they have green, they have red. Okay, I know white's in the middle. Put red and green on the other sides. I don't know which way they go. Just put them there.
Logical common sense? Forget about it.
It was a note to themselves. They forgot about the flag. Yeah, for sure. That's it's so weird, man. Good for Jack though. I'm glad that he is having some big moments in this tournament. He's been doing pretty well. He's a really exciting young guy for the Kansas City Royals, teammate of Vinny Pasquantino. Originally got drafted, I believe, as a two-way player, pitcher and first baseman outfielder. Not sure if he's going to be doing that in the big leagues. Maybe he's going to be sticking to hitting because he's pretty good at that. But yeah, he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, and Caglione was in the 7th spot in the lineup, and I want to highlight that because the bottom half of Italy's lineup combined to go 6 for 11, with all 6 of Italy's RBIs coming from the bottom half of the lineup, while the top half of Italy's lineup went 0 for 22 with 10 strikeouts. I mean, the bottom half massively carried. I mean, if I had to compare it to like a human body, you know, it just all legs.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a lower half workout for Italy, in this game. Like when you hold their top 5 hitters to 0 for 22 and you still give up 8 runs, something went wrong there. That shouldn't be happening. And especially for them, they scored 8 runs on 6 hits, which means that we gave them some runs. You know, it was definitely some sloppy baseball at times on the side of Team USA. It was not looking very good for Team USA at times. They were not really looking like the all-stars that they are. But I mean, yeah, Italy took advantage of that and came up huge when they needed to.
Yeah. And it's interesting because Team USA's lineup definitely put in more of an overall effort, with almost the entire lineup actually tallying a hit, except for Aaron Judge, unfortunately. And like you mentioned before, sloppy baseball, Keller's bad throw to center field from the pitcher's mound, allowing a run to score, and then his wild pitch that Will Smith couldn't keep in front of him, which allowed another run to score. Those 2 runs ultimately ended up being the difference.
Yeah, wow, that's a good point. They lost by 2 runs, and those 2 runs were completely avoidable. I mean, there was a lot in this game that was very avoidable if you think about it. Like Nolan McLean, really exciting young player, going to be great in 2026, but gave up 3 runs in 3 innings. I kind of wonder if Mark DeRosa keeps him in the game for the 3rd inning, if he knows that it's an elimination game. You know, kind of similar to Ryan Yarborough. He gave up 3 runs in 2 1/3, and then they go to Brad Keller, and he gets a comebacker, double play to end the inning, and just throws it at Bobby Witt's feet, goes into center field, scores a run. Then another run comes in on a sac fly. And then, yeah, like you mentioned, that ball that Will Smith it really wasn't that far from home plate. It was maybe 10 feet from home plate.
No, it was just like 99 speed on top of the best jump ever. Like, I would say maybe 1 or 2% of guys score on that. 99% do not.
Yeah, man. He wanted to steal that base. He was looking to score for sure. Obviously, it makes sense. They were excited. You want to capitalize on it. 2 outs, might as well. And he just caught Team USA kind of sleeping.
Yeah, and just really outstanding base running by Team Italy. Toronto needs to take some notes.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Yeah, maybe get that guy for your team.
Yeah. Sorry, Blue Jays fans, but that World Series was pretty atrocious base running wise. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But let's get into the matchups now for the World Baseball Classic and where we are currently at. So we are currently seeing Korea versus the Dominican Republic, Team USA versus Team Canada. Ooh, now that's a matchup. And then we have Team Puerto Rico versus Team Italy. And then we have Team Venezuela versus Team Japan. And what's really fun about these matchups is there are multiple first-time matchups in these quarterfinals. The Dominican Republic and Korea are playing each other for the first time, as well as Venezuela and Japan are playing each other for the first time.
That is really exciting. That's really cool. I always love first times like that. It's first time these teams are seeing each other. It's going to be really exciting. Obviously, the Dominican Republic is 4-0 right now, and Team Korea is 2-2. So it's almost like the David and Goliath matchup, if you will. I mean, Dominican Republic is probably the favorite for this game for sure. Not probably. They are the favorite for this game, I'd say. I would be surprised if we don't see them in the finals, honestly.
Yeah, and speaking of the Dominican Republic, I mean, their energy so far throughout this World Baseball Classic has just been unmatched. I mean, from the home run celebrations after they cross home plate, or even while the ball is still heading towards the freaking bleachers. I mean, this is what baseball is all about. You know, it's supposed to be fun, competitive, and that's exactly what this tournament is, and that's what this Dominican Republic team is bringing to it. I mean, Tatis's bat flip that he hit the game versus Venezuela, that bat flip is probably going to be a top 10 bat flip of 2026 as a whole, including regular season and October. I mean, that was like the kind of stuff that you put on a video game trailer.
Yeah, literally. It is so exciting. I've loved watching this Dominican Republic team play. They've just been so exciting. You can tell how much they love being there and like being teammates and how much they care about it. It's just so clearly like means so much to them. And it just adds on that they're playing as well as they are. I mean, it's an all-star lineup and they're all like coming together as teammates. It's just so cool. Like Junior Caminero, I mean, Manny Machado, some of the plays that he's been making has been incredible. It's just so much fun to watch. That's what the World Baseball Classic is about, is like the best players coming together on a team and just having a blast and playing great baseball. I get excited for Dominican Republic playing differently than I get excited for Team USA playing. I'm excited when Team USA is playing, but it's because it's some of the best players in the league and they're all stars and they're all coming together on a team. And like you got Cal Raleigh,
we're Americans.
Judge. Yes, that's true. That also, yeah, we're also Americans. But it's like I'm excited to see how many runs they can score. But when Dominican Republic plays, I'm excited to see how they score them and their reactions to scoring it and the camaraderie with each other. And just it's a different. It just feels like a different game, man.
Yeah. And also, what's crazy is you mentioned Machado, Caminero. Those guys are some of the best hitters in Major League Baseball, and they aren't even in the Dominican Republic's top four in the lineup. Their top four in the lineup: Fernando Tatis, Ketel Marte, Juan Soto, Vlad Jr. This top four literally made World Baseball Classic history. They became the first 1 through 4 combo to all individually homer in a single World Baseball Classic game, which they did versus Venezuela. All four of them hit home runs. And in doing that, the Dominican Republic also became the first team to hit 4 homers in a game in 2 separate instances in the World Baseball Classic, in doing that in the Venezuelan game. So the Dominican Republic team is just slugging and having fun while they're doing it. And that's baseball.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's supposed to be. It's incredible. Just like we said, all stars all coming together and now hitting 1 through 4 and doing all-star things and partying while they do it. It's just so awesome.
Yeah. And I've obviously mentioned a fair amount of home run stats this video, so I'm gonna end it off with one more, but this is by far, I think, the coolest one, and it wraps everything up that I've said in a nice little bow. In 2023, by the end of the World Baseball Classic, 85 home runs were accumulated by all of the players, tying a record set in 2009. This year, in 2026, we've just finished pool play, and we have already hit 92 home runs.
Oh my
We've
God.
beaten the record first set in 2009, then tied in 2023 by 7, and we've only just entered quarterfinals. There's still 8 teams left and 7 games to go.
Dude, wow. That's a crazy stat. That is wild to me. You mentioned that there's a lot of records being broken. That might be the craziest one of the craziest ones yet. We're barely at the quarterfinals, and it's not like the pitching hasn't been bad. There have been some good pitchers. There have been some bad pitchers, but it's just players are just hitting tanks.
Yeah, like if you look at the pitching stats for most of the World Baseball Classic pitchers, like there are a lot of pitchers shutting guys down. Very low whips, very low ERAs, in the amount of innings that they're limited to, granted, but there are a good amount of guys who have gotten the job done. So it's just really interesting to see the contrast.
Yeah, man. It's really exciting. I love that about baseball.
Same. So yeah, CJ, do you want to give us your predictions for how this World Baseball Classic could end up based on the matchups?
Yeah, let's do it. So for the first matchup, for Korea versus Dominican Republic, I have the Dominican Republic moving on. Don't think that's going to be quite a shocker. I feel like this might be the least competitive game yet. I mean, it will be exciting because, like you mentioned, this is going to be the first time these two teams match up. But what we've said about the Dominican Republic speaks for itself. It's one of the best teams, one of the most dominant teams that we've seen in the WBC. The offense is just incredible, and I think it's going to overwhelm Korea. So I think they are going to move on to the semifinals. And I think they are going to face the winner between USA and Canada, which is going to be, I think this is going to be actually a pretty close game, honestly. This game could be competitive, but I think it's going to be Team USA. I think they're going to move on to the semifinals, and I think they're going to face the Dominican Republic in the semifinals. That is going to be a fun game. Kind of just two opposites of like character and personality in those teams. For Puerto Rico versus Italy, I wanted to say Puerto Rico here, but I really think that Italy has just been showing that they're one of the most impressive teams in this tournament. Obviously, they're still one of the undefeated teams, beating Team USA in that weird game. But I feel bad for Puerto Rico because they've had some drama so far. I mean, even before the tournament started with insurance issues, they weren't able to get Correa, they weren't able to get Lindor, and they weren't able to get Javier Baez. If they had those 3 guys, it might be a very different story. But I have Team Italy, and I have them facing Team Japan, who I think is going to beat Venezuela. Team Japan is just maybe the most dominant team. If not Dominican Republic, it's probably Japan in this tournament. They just have some of the best hitting, some of the best pitching. Only 4 of their pitchers have allowed runs in this tournament. 10 of their pitchers have not allowed any runs. So Yeah. So, I mean,
Ooh.
yeah. So I think those are going to be the results of the quarterfinals, and I think those are going to be the matchups for the semifinals.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you there. Yeah, I am. I'm with you there.
So semifinals, Dominican Republic, Team USA, going to be a fun game. I think the Dominican Republic is going to win this. I think that they're just going to. Team USA's pitching is kind of running a little bit thin. We will get Paul Skeens again. I believe he's going to start the quarterfinal though, so he's probably not going to be able to pitch in the semifinals. I think that the offense is just going to overwhelm Team USA, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But I think the DR is going to come out on top.
I agree. A score just popped into my head right now, so I'm going to make a prediction for this semifinal game. If it were to be Team USA versus Team Dominican Republic, it would be a 13-10 final with the Dominican Republic scoring 13.
Wow. Okay, I like that. Sounds like a fun game, man. I would really enjoy that.
Yeah, that's just what popped into my head, so we're going with it.
Cool. Okay, nice. And then the other semifinal, Italy, Team Japan. I have Team Japan winning this one. I think Italy has been on a great run. They're going to go on a great run, especially if they make it to the semifinals. They're going to have to stay undefeated. They would be 6-0 at this point if they 5-0 if they get to the semifinals. But Team Japan is Team Japan. It's an all-star team. MLB All-Stars and NPB All-Stars just coming together on the same team. Like we mentioned, one of the best offenses and defenses in the game. That is why I think that Team Japan is going to win the whole thing. I think they're going to beat the Dominican Republic in the finals in probably one of the most exciting games in WBC history.
Damn. All right. No, wow. I don't know. I honestly can't decide who I would have between the Dominican Republic and Japan because, I mean, the bats on the Dominican Republic are just so good. But for Japan making it to the finals, I totally agree. I think that game versus Italy is probably going to be a 5-1 final.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be. I think Japan's going to have the lead for most of the game, I'd say.
Yeah. But that Dominican Republic and Japan finale, what do you think? In my head, I got 8-6.
Ooh, 8-6. I like that. Okay. I think it's going to be a one-run game. I'm going to go 6-5.
Is it going to be a walk-off?
Ooh. No, I don't think it's going to be a walk-off. This is what I think it's going to be. 2023, the ending was Shohei Ohtani versus Mike Trout. Teammate rivalry, one of the best, maybe the best moment in WBC history. 2026 is going to be another rivalry. It's not going to be teammates. It's going to be a World Series rematch. It's going to be Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the mound, and Vlad Jr. is going to be at the plate. And I think that Japan and Yoshinobu Yamamoto is going to get Vlad out to win the series 6-5.
All right. I like it. I like it. Yeah, that's going to be dramatic for sure, but I'm with it.
Yeah, man. I mean, with the way things have gone so far and the way the story has been written so far, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I totally agree. So that's been the World Baseball Classic so far, and that's where we think it's going. Once the World Baseball Classic is close to wrapping up, if not already wrapped up, we will cover the rest of what's happened from this video to that video and anything else interesting regarding baseball. But we're going to be still doing Marvel and DC videos in the meantime as well. So if you like that stuff, stay tuned for those. And if there are any topics that you want us to talk about, just anything, leave it down in the comments. We just did a Ghost Rider video solely because of that, and it was a really fun video to make. We just kind of thought of it as it came along, and it turned out to be really fun. So you guys got some really good ideas, and if you want us to, approach them, then please give us the pleasure to do so. We'd appreciate it. So we hope to see you on the next video, and hope you have a good one. Peace.